She has been a pretty good pick into Zion that we've seen develop over the last little while. So an understandable choice there. But of course, Morgan, very happy to just be a bit of a potato like that.
Yeah, I'm good in the monks, but I definitely do want more of that tea.
Yeah, that's good. It's good stuff.
It would be great now. Imagine us.
I know, we could actually brewing some tea.
Oh,
as Croco almost did the thing.
almost action there.
Yeah.
Pre-10 minutes
Well,
in my bro versus DRX.
Not happening. 2 teleports did get used. Wait.
That movie actually kind of blew me. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, dude, Transformers 1 is... That's the good... They should stop there.
Action?
Yeah, we've got an exhaust down. Cyclone to answer it, though, and there's a decoy. It's not exactly the target you want to engage onto. Croco does have the Crescent Guard, though, as Yahoo's just going to get inside the circle and see whether he can get something done. And the answer is he absolutely can before he dies. Closer now looking for some angles here as Tibbers is going ballistic. He picks up a double kill, and this is why you do not underestimate the big burning bear.
Croco flash, and then don't try to overchase, as we have another fight on our hands.
Yep, another bear is ready to come out as well. We're making it rain in the river, which is a little bit unnecessary. It's already pretty wet. That's all right. Flash comes in from Closer, throws down the bear, gets a brilliant incinerate to make sure that Yahoo is dead before he can really do anything. Teddy now in trouble as the rockets are raining. And Hype is looking to chase them down. The decoy not going to be doing any of much as Teddy is going to spend his first little stint in the death chamber here after his trip back to the LCK after 90 days. And now some more grubs likely to go over to the bros if they do want to take them, because they've already gotten 2. That is guaranteed objective from that one.
Because it's hard. Because you're following up after one of the greatest.
I mean, Leslie Nelson is probably one of the funniest human beings to ever exist.
I'm with you.
I don't even think, like, I'm not even a huge Naked Gun fan. It's Wrongfully Accused. If you haven't seen Wrongfully Accused, just go and watch it. It is the dumbest film to ever exist, and I almost hurt myself. Kelly will belong to the bros. There's nothing that DRX can do about it.
I kind of want to see replay. How did Sponge get so desynced from the rest of his team? I feel like the Chase lost it forever. It feels like the rest of his team, just either he was too far forward or the rest of his team should have been there to back him up earlier, because you know that Herald is going to be the main objective on the minds of the bros.
All right, Croco just will be taking that one down. That was enough. Keep his verdict. A very big tool, actually, for DRX in this composition.
Too many dragons.
Thing that I'm loving is that they're keeping up the pressure, as maybe this is a bridge too far. Steadfast Presence is going to be able to pull Croco away. He does have to flash, but now Morgan makes his way in. And he is a bit of a monster. Rich is dashing around, but not able to find too much of an angle. And careful. And there's the flash in. They look for the angle onto Rich. He does flash himself away, as Yahoo going to be able to buy some space between worlds. DRX, though, still not quite able to get themselves in there. Steadfast Presence is good. Bullet time even better to soften up the cow. And once again, Tibbers is going to donate 50 gold, this time over to Rich. In goes Undo. Can he find it? Yes, he just gets headbutted out, though, as Polu will get slammed into the wall. And Bro just kind of playing with their food for so long that the food bit back.
He was there to actually commit, but kind of kept going for these half engages. And DRX shrug off a lot of that damage this game. We know this is a free gamer, though, right? So every game this year between these two teams, I think, has been free, as
Rich
doesn't
chasing Morgan.
Well, once he has Cleaver, I think he actually does kind of cook him. He still does a good amount of damage, but actually killing him, I think, is still something else entirely.
Yeah, I don't quite remember.
Maybe.
I do remember Duro doing that, but I thought that was more just a Duro thing.
Oh, no, I think it was just a Duro thing, but I know it's also a meme. As a drink gets taken, and we go 2-2.
Yeah. So it's evening out the dragons. We're making sure that we get as many Chemtechs as we possibly can have.
Maybe they can get... I think you back off if Rich TPs, because obviously Morgan can join with his ult, but now they've stalled for so long. I think they can just take this.
Well, the teleport is going to come in, but it feels a little bit late here. Croco in perfect position to rotate over from Sponge, but they're holding on to him. They do want to be able to burst this one down, and Croco is almost dead. The public execution comes down, but it misses, and the Cyclone comes in. The knockups are good, but that one's even better as the bullet time does help secure the kill onto the jungler, and there is the steal. DRX, they managed to deny the bros, and the bros just wanting to get themselves out of here. Polu decides instead, though, that he wants to go back in. And perhaps to get themselves out of there was a better choice, as down goes the Annie as well. Morgan and Hype just wondering what the heck just happened, because it all went wrong.
Oh, DRX, this one might work. Bro.
Like it. Bro, are we even gonna like walk over that? We don't have any way to check this.
No, it's definitely gone.
It's just gone, yeah. Down to 5,000. The Dragon has spawned. Polo, I think, has an idea of what's going on here, but he just can't face check. And so the Baron's just gonna get secured here by DRX under the nose of the bros. And yeah.
I don't care. It's fine. Just give Nash.
This is so weird though, isn't it? Because like
they did
at
just
this
beat
point,
DK. That did happen.
Yeah,
Watch that happen.
And also this team is like mostly old sandbox, right? It's not even really bro anymore, but it's still the same bro. It's still, we can do things in the early game to create a lead. He's almost the objective right choice. I always like Chaos as well. That's right. Yeah, who does manage to take down this turret? We are extending this Rebel Baron power play really, really far.
We really are hitting a variety of topics as well. So I think this bot lane turret might have to give it up, bro. We'll see if they really want to play for a heavy contest. With this super, or a powered rather, double cannon, I don't know if they can really do that much.
Well, they do have 5 members in the area. The Ambassador's rotating around as well. The bear goes down. They're going to look for Andel, who goes down very low. It's a late, steadfast presence. But now, between worlds, a massive knock-up, though, as Morgan finds the angle, but the Cyclone is just too good. And yes, Morgan might be surviving, but unfortunately, he's lost his Annie, and his Corky's a little too low, so he's just going to get cut down where he stands. Oh no, bros. That was the back-breaking fight, and DRX utilize their Baron sneak. It turns into a 6,000 Rebel Baron power play, and the game might just be over right here.
Might just look for the end. It's been a Sponge and Rich duology in these fights. The two of them just finding the backline again and again, and even though Teddy gets his ult interrupted, I don't think it really matters as Rich dancing around deathless on this Ambessa.
Yeah, having a great time. And we know, like, Rich actually had some pretty good performances as Pulverize going to hit a couple in the backline there as Yahoo does die. And in fact, a couple of people die to Hype, who does a fair bit of damage, but it does not matter. This Nexus is still going to go down if Teddy has anything to say about it. And he does. He says, bring it, bros. We'll take you in game 1, and we'll see whether the bros can do it again here in this game. They have plenty of other ways to get in there. Of course, Croco just presses R, throws his whole body in. He didn't need an R button to do that. We watched him do it all game long in the previous one. Still has a massive amount of confidence on it. But Sponge is also very happy to be the Troll King. As Andil doesn't get stunned up because that Mystic Shot misses.
Oh my god, they're just going to die.
The angle. Yeah, Hype just going to have to flash. But now Sponge, he can just flash in and chomp him. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The Troll was under the bridge! And he's just, as I said, he didn't even need to flash it, he just jumped him! And that was it! Now Polu just has to watch as he also gets chomped! And no one even dies. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dive, and Rich also survives on the top side. That's a good point.
But when he's playing from ahead, I think he is a little dangerous. We'll see though. Closer and Kruk will have a lot of playmaking potential, and he is trying to sneak in here. Oh, just on the edge of vision.
Yeah, not quite able to sneak into that brush.
He doesn't have, yeah, he has to, because he doesn't have flash or 6, so.
And they'll clear out some vision, make sure that these grubs are going to be as safe as possible. Yahoo with control of mid lane, and there is no contesting this. So DRX have so far just controlled everything on the map.
And when you're behind with your Vi RE composition, it just kind of falls flat, right? You need to be able to actually find a target. Going ham is, oh, good charm.
Yeah, decent charm, but the Empress Divide is still going to connect. This time at least the Foxfire, and the Spirit Rush is going to be able to get him out of the way of Andil.
But that's still a win for DRX. DRX are looking at this going, okay, Ari no ult means there's no window. Look at the vision control as well. And that's for Teddy, as well as Rich sitting on a, yeah, they can contest this. I think they made the right call, but you are Vi and Ari. Yeah. And you're not contesting Drakes. You're down 2.
And that is going to be feats of strength, as it might be tough for the Lord, who I think knows that things are getting a little bit rough as they do move their way in. Flash still available, but he decides he wants to use that next time because he was looking pretty dead. And it's just going DRX to DRX. That is going to be feats of strength. Some upgraded shoes now available here, which is some pretty crazy territory.
We're gonna get a Herald fight. If Bro lose this fight, I think it's done. They need to find good target selection.
Well, Croco, he's just going in. He flashes out of the way of the solar flare and finds Yahoo. Closer is there as well. They managed to land the jump. The True Shot Barrage is going to be able to take down the Azir. And now Morgan is going to end DRX's world as he takes down Andil. There goes Rich as well. Thank you for the Bro Tax chat. You guys did this. This is you.
As the target selection of Croco and Closer find Yehu. That man did not get to play the video game. And the turnaround that we all knew deep down was coming. As the Herald is taken, the mid lane turret falls, and Bro is back on top. And then an entire ult from Teddy goes into Palu.
Oh, okay. We are back in the action once again. Emperor's Divide is on to 2, but it's Andal that's going down, and Palu just walks it off. Closer's going to turn up, and DRX, what happened? As Teddy's actually kind of popping off right now, but the relentless pursuit to try and escape is coming on through here. There is the culling. That'll take down the Braum.
Closer does have his ult.
Here's that dragon that we were going to fight over before. Croco's going to go in. They are just looking to execute the Trundle, and they do exactly that. Andal, he's got the Eclipse running, but where's the follow-up? Where's the answer? It's a double for Hype, as Yahoo's now just going to get stunned up by the Braum passive. Teddy gets ceased and desisted. Oh, Assault and Battery is so much better for doing that, but the leads
Our bait
are killers. Never have a lead early, and everything will be fine. And you know what?
I actually did read all of them, yeah.
Is that worse, or is me reading them twice on purpose bad? As Sponge is going to get taken down very low again, but this time the Subjugate's going to be working out. True Shot Barrage wasn't enough. Oh, the door is there to answer the Lucian. As Closer was dashing over, but doesn't quite find a target.
That's getting taken a little low, but looks like DRX doesn't want to commit with their front line so rich.
Okay.
Well, I guess he had flash, but no longer.
How do we feel about this?
Well, we saw what it did for Bro in the last game, so I'm waiting with great interest.
Well, we are true shotting and barraging. Rich
There's
taking a bit of damage, but it's Morgan in a bit of trouble. Does find some knockups though, and remember has a lot of healing. He goes golden, but now Closer is going to show up. The equalizer does nothing. Teddy trying to get out of the way of Polo, but he should be able to get this one done. It's a double as Teddy makes his presence known. Nice charm will connect, but Andal back underneath that Sun Disc.
I might just have to give this.
I mean, there's no ults apart from the Solar Flare that's coming up pretty soon, but it is just gone. So the Bros, some highway robbery here as the Otacon is going to be secured. And that's a Magi's. Wow, Closer.
Magi's, Banshees allows you to play more aggressive.
Right, and that lets you hold onto the stacks more effectively.
Well, that, but also you can play more aggressively into the opponents because you can tank a skill.
True.
So like you can ult in more aggressively because you're fine.
Well, we'll see whether that is going to remain the case. So far, 3-0-6 having a very good time as Yahoo may discontinue having a good time.
We're playing two sides of the map here. This is risky from Bro.
They are.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're on a dragon right now. That is going to go down, but can they all get themselves out?
That was a little dicey.
Why did we did not need to press the Q button. Individual Mountain Drakes also feel pretty good with this composition that doesn't really have a true tank. All right, in goes the buy, doesn't quite find the Vault Breaker, and will just get that back massage and put into the Death Chamber with the Equalizer. Very well played here by DRX to lock down the jungler, but just a little bit of a step too far there by Croco. But yeah, Teddy against the world. It's just Jin Air all over again. Why is it always just, it all comes back to Jin Air?
Good question. I don't know.
Kind of crazy. Possibly in trouble, but the Pillar not really doing too much. True Shot Barrage just to spin the wave as best they can. That's an Arcane Shift. As in comes Closer. He's spotted on Vision, but what? Andal is just dead. He's just too far up. Just a mistake. Here from the support out of DRX, and you said it already, he's the only one that can hold people in position.
Oh, look at the setup here. Multi and Croco looking.
Croco on the angle. Finds their way in. There is the flash forward from Closer, but Teddy is alive, and then he's taken out. Rich also is going to be able to go golden, but that's a see your death type go golden. And now Yahoo finds himself running the wrong direction. They save the Azir till last and Sponge is running for the hills. This is a Baron if the bros want it.
I think another example of DRX not all being on the same page.
Yeah.
Because Ondale, something we did see though the problem for Teddy, as okay guys, this game is game is done.
It's not looking too good. That's a nice solar flare though. Polo comes on over just to see what's going on. Yeah.
But the game is done.
Let's see what can happen. Teleport to come in from Morgan.
Rocco's here.
Flank angle. True shot barrage to layer on through. It is going to be Rich that locks down the Baron for DRX. Teddy has been dove on though. He does manage to take down Crocco, but Morgan's there to end his world. Yahoo now trying to get out of the way, and the Emperor's Divide doesn't really do anything. Unfortunately, if you divide by 0, you're just going to find yourself in the death chamber, and there is the win for the... Although, I guess Crocco died, and Closer lost a whole bunch of stats.
No, wait. This is a huge trade up. They got Soul Point and Nash.
Okay, yeah, and it looked like we were just looking at the bit of the fight the bro won, and I'm like, oh, it's all great, but it's not. Okay.
The DRX macro? Their siege is good. They can set up. Need to actually get to the turret though.
And a team fight when it works looks pretty good for DRX as well. Let's see whether some more of these picks can actually come. Oh my god, Rich taking so much damage. Closer having to use the ult just to avoid the culling, but once again, Andal is in no man's land. Emperor's Divide just to buy some space, and it might have actually done so as Teddy down so low, still trying to kite, still trying to do damage as Crocco. He can't get there, my god! Teddy, you monster, but he's left the rest of his team! And they are going to fall down. Rich with the teleport in, and then the run away. And wait, was this another DRX straight up? I don't really know.
Where the Rich, did he base?
Maybe one day.
Well, they you know, theoretically it's possible.
Well, probably going to show him the door.
They got bit.
Pretty good about that. Teleport in.
Wait, Morgan.
It's the pincer attack. There's the flash in right on top of Yahoo, but it's the Lucian they have to take down, and they absolutely do that. The Emperor's Divide onto 3, but what is that going to do? The answer is nothing at all, as Hype hits 2 with the ulti on the back end. Sponge gets eliminated. Is that a clean ace? Is that a clean ace for the bros? It absolutely is, as Andal, for the first time this series, goes down last. And the bros will move on to game 3.
Not even close, baby! As Lord Morgan, with the taxes in his hand, heavy with gold, finds the flank. Crocco gets on top of Teddy. Teddy did not get to play the game. By the way, as we highlighted, that Vi-Ahri combo ends up being the difference maker.
That was ridiculous.
Tarzan showed us that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I think Neferi's kind of rough. I'm sure there's stuff that we can think of if you just sit there and aren't casting. 1 or 2 obvious 80 junglers that maybe we're not, like Talon, it's smoothies.
Yeah.
And I got a really nice smoothie. And up until that point, I only got like the bowls, you know, like an acai bowl with just a lot of fruit.
Yeah, those
stuff. I'm holding off a little bit to see if we get action. I don't think we'll get action. I think we're very much brewing, and it looks like we're solid.
Yeah, Teddy actually didn't get the memo that we're not doing this.
No, he does. He does. It's fine.
No, he just sat there for a while longer than necessarily needed to.
Yeah, not at all. Apollo to be bot.
Yep. So how much went all over your front?
So I actually, thanks to my cat. Oh,
never mind. Bit of a dive here towards bottom side, and that is just a dead Sante.
As Rich ends up in frustration,
and I don't know. Yeah, it's.
So that's how I felt, actually, right there. Because my entire face and my shoes, I actually didn't get on my shirt, were covered in smoothie.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It was the perfect time to get to the end of the story. That's kind of fun.
I kind of like that.
Let's see how it's going to work here for Crocco, as in goes Sponge. Magnus going to try and turn this, though, as Petrifying Gaze doesn't quite get the stuns, and down goes Polu. The spears are sort of flying all wayward, and Closer is just dead. DRX, they answer back beautifully here, but I don't quite know what the plan was there by the bros.
Playing onto Sponge here.
Maybe they thought they'd find a Killer Instinct
to
get Hype in there.
You can't do that.
Well, if in doubt, kill Rich seems to be the plan here, as there is the Crocco and Morgan show that we were asking for, and that's a 1.5k gold lead.
It looks like Crocco is actually going the...
You have the Miasma. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine, but I don't think it warrants the champions. They're going to contest!
Oh, let's see whether they can actually find the angle as the spear is just avoided here by DRX. Teleport back in from Closer though, as he's looking for the angle. Croco needs to land some of these, but he's not really hitting them, and there goes the Drake. Void Seeker going to connect onto Rich, and it's going to be a Hextech Soul this game as well. The Rift Herald is just going to be secured here by DRX. Bros still retain a 2,000 gold lead off the back end of this. It's kind of crazy that they're able to get that far ahead. Of course, most of it is on the Crocodile. About it a lot.
You do love talking about Morgan.
I just tend to talk.
Well,
and actually mainly about Morgan.
I was about to say. All goes back to 2021, Atlas. Yeah.
But it's going to be a little while. Isn't going to go for Infinity Edge second or anything like that. You can kind of do that and get away with it, but do want some attack speed in the build.
Especially in this game.
Oh, yeah.
So how many people in chat do you think are making the Cassiopeia no boots joke?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's check. Very scary on this Crocodile, as we know, but it looks like Bro might be giving this up. Let's see how this one's going to go. The teleport comes in, and Morgan with the rest of his team, and he's just walking forward. He's like, guys, I am huge, and I will be able to take these guys down. Sponge gets out of the pit. Croco gets in. There's the Magnet Storm, and they've caught two out of position. Down goes the Rise. Yeah, who didn't get the memo that they were backing away, and they secure the Dragon. The Bros are looking to try and do it again. That's Feats of Warfare as well, locked down, and they get the second Drake for themselves.
Might not just be that. They might be looking for Otacon as well.
Is this a bridge too far? The answer is probably not, because there's no Rise for another 20 seconds.
There's no Teddy. He's walking his way over from mid lane. I don't think they have to damage.
Yeah, he doesn't have On the Hunt available.
Right, Sponge.
There's a little knockback onto Morgan. They're going to look for the turn angle. Cataclysm onto Closer, who's standing his ground. Teddy gets stunned up, but he's doing a pretty good job standing his ground. There's the dash around from the Cassante, but he just doesn't have any money. Oh god, Sponge! Highway robbery as Polu comes on over, but he's not able to stop him. Teddy will go down as the slices and dices come in, but Otacon is such a big prize, and Yahoo! He's going to turn back up. The triple knock up from Sponge. They take down the Kai'Sa, and it's DRX that are able to get it done. Morgan will go down, and I have a feeling that that emote is going to be necessary. The shaky hands for the Renekton out of frustration here for the Bros, unless they can get some sort of psycho turn. I don't know about that one. As out goes Croco.
Basically, it's even, is what we're saying. Polu died.
Polu did. Just
very straightforward.
Was caught in a place on the map that he wasn't allowed to be.
Just trying to clear a vision as Morgan might have to take matters into his own hands. Can he get the plasma stack for Hype?
Now he's going to try, as Rich goes all out, and then he's all out of options, unfortunately. And Hype comes on over, and that is going to be another one picked up. He now has his Infinity Edge done, so ignore that -1 because it was Morgan, so it doesn't count. He didn't need that money.
Atlas, are you familiar with the term biased cost?
Yes.
Yes.
This is happening, but can they actually do anything about it? That's
I think they're too late.
Yeah. Probably going to get held out of the pit here as Andor just buying space, and the spear is not going to land. DRX highway robbery. They'll be able to steal away the purple buff.
But soul point for Nash, that's not worth it. It was soul, no-brainer. Now they got to hold on tight and pray that they get the opportunity to get themselves to the Hextech Soul somehow.
It's going to be the big one. Sponge and Yahoo getting to work on this inner turret. That is going to extend the gold lead here for DRX.
Bro can actually just sit and not do anything for the next, like, 8.5 minutes. They can, right? Because they're sitting at soul point. DRX is nowhere near. The real issue, again, is what do you actually skill towards? And it really is just Cassio and Hype.
It's a bit cute. On the Hunt does come down. That's a good charm on a Closer, but they don't really get any real damage. On the Hunt now on cooldown.
Again, bottom two are out. DNF, they're not technically locked yet, but they are in, obviously, a very deep hole right now.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be one of these two teams in 9th place.
Yeah.
It's them or BNK, most likely. So getting a direct win over your opponents is a really big deal. And for BRION, really, a lot of their wins, funnily enough, came against teams on...
The Dragon has now spawned. Oh, goodness. Are we flipping for Hextech Soul?
Oh, yeah, Bro want to, for sure.
Well, they're going to start this one up. Oh, my goodness. It's taking so much damage. Morgan is just going to be Hexgating over. Rich will follow him. The quickness gets into the backline, but where is the follow-up as Morgan flashes over? And Rich uses it as a way to taxi his way forward. They take down the Jarvan. The killer instinct, oh no! He didn't really want to do that, but fortunately they did have a crocodile, but it may not be enough. Closer is still alive. Yehu is so big, and in goes Croco. And I just don't think he'll have any sort of assistance here, and Yehu has to do it alone. He has to be the hero, but he's on the miasma, and he's taken by Croco, and they have the Hextech soul. I didn't even see the dragon go down. This is absolute cinema, and I love it.
Mayhem, Atlas!
You know, and they just didn't kill
Croco,
the resto
he
shaman.
was wobbing and weaving, he was getting that line of sight.
And in the meantime, Sponge is just dead. Okay, welcome back to live, ladies and gentlemen. The jungler is now down, and the bros... Oh, there must have been an influx. It must have been you guys yet again. The purple in the chat has now transferred into the game. And is now a buff surrounding the bros as they march towards DRX.
Pay to win in my LCK.
Oh, absolutely, and we love to see it. Capitalism, baby. As all right, the bros now just diving. They know they can see it, and they've got Hextech Soul. Man, it is so disgusting. Down goes everything. Hype is collecting a triple kill, and Teddy turns up. Just like Donald Glover with the pizza, it's a quadra under the inhibitor turret. Inhibitor to follow here, and the bros, they are done with this. They want to go home. It's about 11 p.m. And yeah, out of the death chamber and straight back in there once again. Could have potentially been a pentakill there for Hype, but instead it's Croco that locks it down, and the pros do it again. Back-to-back reverse sweeps here in their first week of this round. They're looking good.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.